My dear students, converting a business transaction into a journal entry following the steps is time consuming. The method I am going to teach you will help you in journalizing the business transactions faster. Now let us see some of the business transactions that occurs in a business regularly. 1. Purchase of goods. If you come across purchase of goods, debit purchase account. If it is cash transactions, credit cash account. If it is credit transactions, credit name of the party account. If it is bank transaction, credit bank account. So the journals are purchase account debtor to cash for cash transactions, purchase account debtor to name of the party for credit transactions, purchase account debtor to bank for bank transactions. Let us see some of the examples. 2018 March 3rd, bought goods for cash. You are given the word for cash, so it is a cash transaction. So the journal is purchase account debtor to cash. Purchase account debtor to cash 25,000, 25,000. 6th, bought goods from Kamalesh 15,000. You are given the name of the party, so it is a credit transaction. So purchase account debtor to Kamalesh 15,000. March 4th, purchase goods from Ashokan for 5,000 by paying through debit card. Now this is a bank transaction, so purchase account debtor to bank 5,000, 5,000. 5th, purchased goods from Guna, paid through net banking. Again it is a bank transaction, so purchase account debtor to bank 10,000, 10,000. Purchased goods from Kannan and paid through credit card. It's a bank transaction, so purchase account debtor to bank 2,000, 2,000. Second, sale of goods. Credit sales account. If it is cash transaction, debit cash account. If it is credit transaction, debit name of the party account. If it is bank transaction, debit bank account. So the journals are cash account debtor to sales for cash transactions. Name of the party account debtor to sales for credit transactions. Bank account debtor to sales for bank transactions. Now let us see some of the examples. 2018 March 6, sold goods for cash 25,000. This is cash transaction. So cash debit and sales should be credited. So cash account debtor to sales 25,000. March 10th, sold goods to Hari. You are given the name of the party, so it is a credit transaction. Credit transaction, debit name of the party, credit sales account. Hari account 10,000, to sales account 10,000. March 2nd, sold goods to A and money received through RTGS, rupees 25,000. Now this is a bank transaction. Debit bank account, so bank account debtor 25,000. Credit sales account, so to sales account 25,000. 3. Purchase returns. When purchase is debit, purchase returns is always credit. So credit purchase returns account, so only credit transaction, so debit name of the party account. So the journal is name of the party account debtor to purchase returns. October 6th, returned goods to Arul 10,000. Debit name of the party, so Arul account debtor 10,000. Credit purchase returns to purchase returns account 10,000. 4th, sales returns. Sales is credit, so sales returns is always debit. So you will find only credit transactions, so credit name of the party account. So the journal is sales returns account debtor to name of the party. Let us see an example. Chandar returned goods to us worth rupees 6,000. So this is sales returns. Debit sales returns account. Sales returns account debtor 6,000. Credit name of the party account to Chandar account 6,000. 5. Purchase of an asset. Now let us see how to differentiate between purchase of goods and purchase of an asset. You are given the words goods in purchase of goods and you are given specific asset in purchase of assets. So in that case, you debit specific asset account. If it is cash transactions, credit cash account. If it is credit transactions, credit name of the party account. If it is bank transactions, credit bank account. So the journals are specific asset account debtor to cash for cash transactions, specific asset account debtor to name of the party for credit transactions, specific asset account debtor to bank for bank transaction. Now let us see some of the examples. March 2nd, purchased furniture for cash 25,000. So this is a cash transaction. So debit specific asset furniture. So furniture account debtor 25,000. Credit cash account cash transaction. So to cash account 25,000. March 3rd, bought furniture from Jayalakshmi Furniture rupees 28,000. Debit specific asset furniture. So furniture account debtor 28,000. Credit transaction, credit name of the party, Jayalakshmi Furniture. So to Jayalakshmi Furniture 28,000. Bought furniture from Kamal and paid by check rupees 8,000. This is a bank transaction. Debit specific asset, furniture account. So furniture account debtor. Bank transaction, credit bank account. So to bank account 8,000. Next, sale of an asset, credit specific asset account. If it is cash transaction, debit cash account. If it is credit transaction, debit name of the party account. If it is bank transaction, debit bank account. So the journals are cash account debtor to specific asset for cash transactions. Name of the party account debtor to specific asset for credit transactions. Bank account debtor to specific asset for bank transactions. Let us see some of the examples. March 2nd, sold an old computer for cash transaction. Debit cash account. So cash account debtor 10,000. Credit specific asset account. Computer. So to computer 10,000. Sold an old machinery to Ram 15,000. This is a credit transaction. Credit transaction, debit name of the party, Ram account. So Ram account debtor. Specific asset is old machinery. So to machinery account 15,000. 4. Sold an old furniture and amount received by check. This is a bank transaction. So debit bank account. So bank account debtor 12,000. Credit specific asset account. Here it is furniture. So to furniture account 12,000. 9. Payments. There are two types, cash payments or payments through bank. Cash payment is cash transaction. So credit cash account, credit what goes out. Debit name of the party, debit the receiver. Payments through bank, bank transaction, credit bank account, banker is the giver. Debit name of the party, debit the receiver. So the journals are for cash payments, name of the party account debtor to cash, and payments through bank, name of the party account debtor to bank. Let us see some of the examples. Paid Kamalesh rupees 12,000. This is a cash payment. Debit name of the party, Kamalesh account debtor 12,000. Credit cash account to cash account 12,000. Paid cash to Arul on account. This is a cash transaction. Debit name of the party, Arul account debtor 60,000 to cash 60,000. Paid Rahul by check 6,000. This is a bank transaction. Debit name of the party, Rahul account debtor 6,000. Credit bank account to bank account 6,000. Next, receipts. Again you have cash receipts and receipts through bank. Cash receipt is cash transaction, so debit cash account because what comes in should be debited, cash comes in. And credit the giver, name of the party. Receipts through bank is a bank transaction. So debit bank account, because debit the receiver and credit name of the party, credit the giver. So the journals are for cash receipts, cash account debtor to name of the party. For receipts through bank, bank account debtor to name of the party. Let us see examples. Received from Hari 800. It is a cash receipt. Cash comes in. Debit cash account. So cash account debtor 800. Credit name of the party to Hari account 800. Payments received from Mano through NEFT 20,000. This is a bank transaction. Debit bank account debtor 20,000. Credit name of the party to Mano account 20,000. Next transaction, borrowings from loan. It's nothing but a cash transaction. You are receiving a loan from the bank. So cash comes in, debit what comes in. And instead of bank giver, credit the giver, you take bank loan account. So the journal is cash account debtor to bank loan account. Example, borrowed a loan from bank, rupees 25,000. Cash comes in. So debit cash account debtor 25,000. Credit bank loan account to bank loan account. The first transaction is investment in business. Cash invested, debit cash account. From the business point of view, cash comes into the business. Assets invested, debit assets account. Again from the business point of view, assets comes into the business. Then credit capital, capital is a personal account, credit the giver. So the journal is cash account debtor to capital account for cash contribution and assets account debtor to capital for assets contribution. Now let us see some of the examples. 2018 March 1st, Manohar started business with cash 6,000. This is cash contribution. So debit cash account debtor 6,000. Credit capital account, that is Manohar's capital account 6,000. October 1st, commenced business with goods 40,000. This is assets contributed. So debit asset account, that is stock account debtor 40,000 to capital account 40,000. March 1st, Ramesh started business with cash 3 lakhs, goods 80,000 and furniture 27,000. All assets should be debited. So cash account debtor 3 lakhs, stock account debtor 80,000, furniture account debtor 27,000 to capital account 4,07,000. Total of all the assets. Now the next important business transaction is withdrawals from business for personal use of proprietor. If you come across the word personal use of the proprietor, debit drawings account. If it is from the office, credit cash account. From bank, credit bank account. Assume money is taken from the office in the absence of any information. If money is taken from the bank, it should be mentioned in the transaction. So always assume in the absence of any information, money is withdrawn from office only. So the journal is money is drawn from office, drawings account debtor to cash. If it is drawn from bank, drawings account debtor to bank. Let us see some examples. March 28th, withdrew for personal use for 4,000. Personal use, so debit drawings account. From office, drawings account debtor to cash 4,000. January 22nd, withdrew from bank. You are given the word from bank. So money is drawn from bank for personal use. For personal use, debit drawings account. So drawings account debtor 800. From bank, credit bank account. So to bank account 800. 25th, paid club bill of the proprietor by check. Now again, this is personal use of the proprietor. Debit drawings account 200 rupees and credit bank account 200 rupees. 26 paid electricity bill of the proprietor house through debit card. Again it is personal use of the proprietor. So let us take drawings account. So drawings account that are 2000 paid through debit card. So to bank account 2000. Now the next business transaction is goods taken from business. If it is for personal use, debit drawings account. If it is for office use, debit office expenses account. If issued as free samples, debit sale promotion account. If goods taken for donations, debit donations account. If goods given to charities, debit charities account. In all these cases, credit purchase account. So goods taken for personal use, drawings account that are to purchase. For goods taken for office use, office expenses account that are to purchase. Goods issued as free samples, sales promotion account that are to purchase. Goods taken for donations, donations account that are to purchase. For charities, it is charities account that are to purchase. Now let us see few examples. October 30th, Sasikumar took personal use goods worth 10,000. Now personal use of the proprietor, so drawing should be debited. So drawings account that are to purchase 10,000, 10,000. August 16th, goods taken for office use. So office expenses account that are to purchase 5,000. Goods distributed as free samples. So sales promotion account that are to purchase. Goods donated to a trust, donations account, so donations account that are to purchase. Towels given as charities, debit charities account, so charities account that are 30,000 to purchase account 30,000. Cash received at discount allowed. What is discount? It refers to cash discount. During credit sales, a concession is extended by the seller to the buyer for encouraging prompt payments. It is known as discount or cash discount. If you receive it, it is discount received, and if you allow it, it is discount allowed. So this is nothing but a cash transaction. You have to take discount also. So debit cash account for the cash received and credit name of the party, and insert discount allowed account because it is an expenditure. So the journal is cash account debtor for the amounts received, discount allowed account debtor for the discount allowed, and to name of the party the total. Now let us see an example. October 15, sold goods to Chandar on credit. You know that it is a credit transaction. The journal is Chandar account debtor to sales 30,000, 30,000. Then on 18, Chandar returned goods worth rupees 6,000. It is sales returns. When sales is credit, sales returns is always debit. So sales returns account debtor to name of the party Chandar 6,000, 6,000. Now 20th, received cash from Chandar in full settlement of 23,000. In full settlement of 23,000. Sold goods to Chandar 30,000 and Chandar returned 6,000 worth of goods. So amount to be received from Chandar is 30,000 minus 6,000, 24,000. So what happened to the remaining 1,000? It is nothing but discount allowed by us. So it is an expenditure or it is an expense to us. So cash account debtor for the amount received, discount allowed for the amount not received, and to Chandar account the total 24,000. Next, cash paid and discount received. This is with regard to credit purchases. So you get discount from the seller. So again it's a cash transaction. It is a payment transaction. So name of the party account that are to cash. So insert discount received account as credit because it is an income. So name of the party account that are to discount received to cash. Now let us see examples. Purchase goods from Harish 30,000, purchase account debtor to Harish 30,000. November 10, cash paid to Harish 15,000. So it is a payment entry. So Harish account debtor to cash 15,000. Cash paid to Harish in full settlement of his account 14,700. 30,000 purchased, 15,000 already paid. So remaining amount to be paid is 15,000, but only 14,700 has been paid. So remaining 300 is nothing but discount received. So it is an income for the business. So it is a payment entry. Harish account debtor to cash. Harish account debtor 15,000. To cash actual payment made 14,700, and the remaining is discount. Since it is an income, it is credited to discount received account 300. So Harish account debtor 15,000 to discount received account 300 to cash account 14,700. Next, bad debts. The debts which cannot be realized at all is called bad debts. So it is a loss. Debit bad debts account, credit name of the party account. So the journal entry is bad debts account debtor to name of the party. Let's see an example. Rupees 1,000 due from Rahul are now bad debts. Bad debts account debtor 1,000 to Rahul account 1,000. Then 7 bad debts recovered. Now this is nothing but a cash transaction, a receipt. So debit cash account and credit bad debts account in place of name of the party, because it is bad debts recovered. Let us see an example. Received 1,200 of a bad debts written off last year. Last year an amount has been written off as bad to the tune of 1,200. Fortunately, it has been received in the current year. So you are getting cash, debit cash account 1,200, and you have recovered the bad debts. No bad debts now. So credit bad debts account 1,200. 8th, partial amount received due to insolvency. Insolvency is the incapability of a person or business to pay the debts. So it is nothing but partial amount received and there is a loss of bad debts. For cash received, it is cash account debtor to name of the party. Bad debts is a loss, so it is debited. So cash account debtor for the amount received, bad debts account debtor for the amount not received, to name of the party for the total amount. Let us see an example. August 10, sold goods to M on credit 12,000. It's a credit sales. So M account debtor to sales 12,000, 12,000. On August 17th, you are given M became insolvent and only 80 paise per rupee is received as final settlement. So it is a partial payment received. So you are getting cash, a receipt. Cash account debtor to M is the journal entry for the receipt. So let us calculate the loss. Goods sold is 12,000. Amount received is 12,000 into 80 paise, 9,600. 12,000 minus 9,600, 2,400 is the amount not received. So it is bad debts. Let us give the journal. Cash account debtor 9,600 for the amount received. Bad debts account debtor 2,400 for the amount not received. 2M, the total 12,000 rupees. 9. Outstanding expenses. Expenses incurred in the current year but left unpaid is outstanding expense. How to remember whether this account is to be debited or credited? Expense is always debited. So outstanding expense should be credited. Another way is it is liability, so it should be credited. Credit outstanding expenses account and debit specific expense account. So the journal is specific expense account debtor to outstanding expense account. Example, rent outstanding. Debit specific expense, rent. So rent account debtor 1000. Credit outstanding expenses. Here it is rent outstanding. So to outstanding rent account 1000. So the journal is rent account debtor 1000 to outstanding rent account 1000. Next, prepaid expenses, that is advances paid. Amounts paid in the current year for which the benefit is to be received in the succeeding period is prepaid expense. How to remember whether this to be debited or credited? Expense is always debited. Outstanding expense is credited. When outstanding expense is credited, prepaid expenses should be debited. The other way is it is an asset, so debit prepaid expenses account. Credit specific expense account. So the journal is prepaid expenses account debtor to specific expense account. Example, prepaid insurance premium 1500. Debit prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses is prepaid insurance premium. So prepaid insurance premium account debtor 1500. Credit specific expense. The expense is insurance premium. So to insurance premium account 1500. So the journal is prepaid insurance premium account debtor 1500 to insurance premium account 1500. Next, accrued income or outstanding income. Incomes earned in the current year but not yet received. Accrued income. How to remember whether this account is to be debited or credited? Incomes are always credited. So outstanding income is debited. The other way is it is an asset. So debit accrued income account, because all assets are debited. Credit specific income account. So the journal is accrued income account debtor to specific income account. Example, accrued interest on investment rupees 2000. Debit accrued income. Accrued income here is accrued interest on investment. So accrued interest on investment account debtor 2000. Credit specific income. Income here is interest on investment. So to interest on investment account 2000. Next 12. Prepaid incomes or amounts received in advance. How to remember where this is to be debited or credited? Incomes are always credited. So accrued incomes are debited. Where accrued incomes are debited, credit amounts received in advance. Other way is it's a liability, so credit amounts received in advance. Debit specific income account. So the journal is specific income account debtor to amounts received in advance. Example, commission received in advance 7000. Debit specific income account. The specific income account is commission received. So commission received account debtor 7000. To credit amounts received in advance. Amounts received in advance is commission received in advance. So to commission received in advance 7000. Next transaction, depreciation on assets. Depreciation is the decrease in the value of an asset over time due to use, wear and tear or obsolescence. It is a loss. So debit depreciation account, credit specific asset account. So the journal is depreciation account debtor to specific asset. Example, charge depreciation 10% per annum for 2 months on machinery costing 30,000. So 30,000, 10% for 2 months comes to 500 rupees. So let us give the journal. 500 is loss due to depreciation. So depreciation account debtor 500 to machinery 500. Next, interest on capital. Interest on capital is an expense because Capital is contributed by the proprietor, for which the business has to pay interest. So it's an expense. So debit interest on capital account and credit capital account. The journal is interest on capital account debtor to capital. Example, provide interest on capital of rupees 1,50,000 at 6% per annum for 9 months. So you calculate capital amount percentage into months comes to 6,750. So it's a loss. Interest on capital account debtor 6,750 to capital 6,750. Then interest on drawings. It is an income. How? The proprietor withdraws money from the business. For this, the proprietor has to pay interest to the business. So it's an income. So credit interest on drawings account and debit capital account. So capital account debtor to interest on drawings. Example, interest on drawings rupees 900. Capital account debtor to interest on drawings. Then goods destroyed by fire. It's a loss. So debit the loss of stock by fire account. Suppose if it is by theft, so debit loss of stock by theft and credit purchases account. So loss of stock by fire account debtor to purchases. Example, goods destroyed by fire 1,000. The journal is loss of stock by fire account 1,000 to purchase account 1,000. Last one, opening journal entry. In the case of existing business, opening journal entry is made at the beginning of the accounting period to bring into account the balances of assets and liabilities related to the preceding period. In that case, all assets accounts are debited, all liabilities are credited, and the difference between the assets and liabilities is taken as the capital of the business. So assets account debtor, two liabilities, and the difference between the two is taken as capital. Let us see an example. You are given the last year assets and liabilities and you have to give the opening journal entry. Cash in hand 6,000, cash at bank 55,000, stock of goods 40,000, due to Rohan 6,000, due from Tarun 10,000. Cash in hand is an asset, cash at bank is an asset, stock of goods is an asset, due from Tarun is an asset because you are going to receive money from Tarun and you have to pay money to Rohan, so it's a liability. So debit all assets account, credit all liabilities and take the difference as capital. So cash account debtor 6,000, bank account debtor 55,000, stock account debtor 40,000, Tarun account debtor 10,000 is a debtor also. To Rohan 6,000 is a creditor. So the difference between assets and liabilities is to capital 1,05,000. Being assets and liabilities accounted for. The total of debit side 1,11,000 and the total of credit side is 6,000. So the difference 1,05,000 has been taken as capital for the business. Dear students, you would have learned how to convert a business transaction into a journal entry faster. It requires a clear understanding of business transactions. The link on business transaction is given in the description box. Watch it and get all your doubts cleared. This method is not only useful for journalizing but also for the preparation of trial balance. So share it to others also and don't forget to subscribe Suren Classroom channel. Thank you.